November 22nd, 1987. Chicago is a chilly Sunday night. Viewers tuning into Channel 9's nightly news suddenly see their screens hijacked. The image, a man in a rubber Max Headroom mask, his head bobbing against a backdrop of swaying corrugated metal, static buzzing in every corner, his voice distorted, cryptic, nonsensical. 80 seconds later, silence. Then snow. The first and still most infamous unsolved television hack in American history. And to this day, nobody knows who did it. This is the story of the Max Headroom signal intrusion, the 90-second transmission that outsmarted the FBI baffled engineers and became the most legendary hack in broadcast history. To understand how bizarre this was, you need to know what Max Headroom represented in the 1980s. He was a digital satire, a computer-generated TV host, glitching, stuttering, mocking consumer culture. His face was everywhere, on Coke commercials, late-night talk shows, even his own series. So when a distorted impersonation of Max hijacked Chicago's airwaves, it wasn't just surreal, it was symbolic. It felt like satire bleeding into real life. The first attempt happened at 9:14 p.m. during WGN Channel 9 sports segment. Anchor Dan Roan was recapping highlights when suddenly, black screen, then Max. No sound, just an eerie image. Within 20 seconds, engineers switched frequencies and regained control. But the hackers weren't done. At 11:15 p.m., PBS affiliate WTW Channel 11 was airing a Doctor Who rerun, Horror of Fong Rock. Suddenly, Max appeared again, this time with sound. The voice was garbled, nonsensical, mocking TV stations, politicians, and Coca-Cola. The figure waved a can of Pepsi. He hummed the theme to Clutch Cargo. He pulled out a glove, declared it a masterpiece, and ended with a disturbing finale, bending over, exposing himself as an accomplice swatted him with a fly swatter. Then static, silence, broadcast restored. Chicago viewers were left stunned, confused, disturbed, and authorities were furious. So, how do you pull off such an audacious stunt? How do you override a 50,000-watt TV tower? The answer lies in exploiting a crucial vulnerability in the broadcast chain of 1987. Back then, TV stations transmitted their signal via microwave links, line-of-sight beams shooting from studio rooftops to towers like the one atop the Sears Tower. If you could park a van or set up an antenna dish in the right spot and blast a stronger microwave signal to receiver, you could overpower the official feed. The TV tower, none the wiser, would retransmit your pirate broadcast instead of the studios. The trick, known as the capture effect, was deceptively simple. With a dish antenna, a car battery, and modified broadcast gear, possibly even salvaged from old UHF stations, you could hijack a channel. And that's exactly what happened. In the aftermath, the FBI launched a full-scale investigation. Engineers replayed the tape frame by frame, hoping for a revealing detail. The backdrop, corrugated metal, likely a garage door. The mask, store-bought. The voice, distorted beyond recognition. Audio engineers scrubbed the recording. They isolated background sounds. Some claimed to hear a second voice off camera, a woman's laugh. Others thought the distorted voice slipped once, revealing a Midwestern accent. But no clear evidence emerged. No license plates. No fingerprints. No trace. The FCC and FBI field agents canvassed Chicago. They triangulated possible signal origins. Somewhere north of downtown, maybe near North Avenue Beach. But that was as far as it went. The FBI was stumped. The case file closed. No arrests. When a mystery goes unsolved for decades, it breeds theories. And the Max Headroom hack has plenty. Theory A, the bitter studio tech. A recently fired engineer angry at the station with both motive and means. They'd know the frequencies, the weak spots, the blind spots. Theory B, the phone-free crew. Chicago's underground hackers. Tech pranksters who love breaking into phone lines, bragging on bulletin boards that they could own the air. Theory C, the art school prank. Students experimenting with video art, staging the whole thing as performance satire. After all, the distorted Max monologue did feel more like Dada's theater than terrorism. Theory D, the Reddit confession. In 2012, an anonymous user claimed their brother was one of the hackers. The story was detailed. Equipment scavenged, a plan rehearsed, a bizarre skit improvised. But the post was deleted. No proof, just another ghost story. The morning after the hack, Chicago buzzed. Some laughed, some were scared, some were furious. For TV stations, it was no joke. The FCC fined both WGN and WTDW for failing to secure their signals. Engineers scrambled to upgrade transmission systems, encrypt links, and lock down frequencies. But among the public, the hack became legend. Graffiti of Max appeared on Chicago walls. Punk bands reference him. Cyberpunk culture adopted him as an icon of resistance, an analog ghost haunting the machine. In pop culture, the incident lived on. In hacker circles, it became folklore. And for the FBI, it remained an unsolved embarrassment. Could it happen again today? Not the same way. Modern broadcast systems are fortified with encryption and digital authentication. But the ghost of Max lives on. In 2013, hackers hijacked emergency broadcast systems with zombie alerts. In 2021, TV streams were interrupted with crypto scams. The methods evolve. The battlefield shifts. But the thrill, the audacity of hijacking a signal remains. So, who do you think wore the mask? A rogue engineer? A hacker crew? An art school prankster? Or someone still out there laughing at the FBI? Drop your theory in the comments below. And if you want more stories of hacks, heists, and digital ghosts, subscribe for more. Television was supposed to be a one-way street. But for 90 seconds in 1987, one masked figure flipped it upside down. Until someone talks. The crime belongs to everyone and no one. The Max Headroom hack remains the most legendary unsolved cybercrime in broadcast history.